Alright. Hi, can you guys hear me right now? Hopefully I have everything set up correctly. I don't know. Hold on. Ooh, one. Hi, Roman Viking, what's up? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I don't know why everything's being so slow to load right now. That's kind of annoying me. Huh? Hold on, did I adjust that then? I didn't. Oh. Okay, actually, hold on. I'm fine with it. I'm just like really curious now. Hold on. I was messing around with the settings today, so I wonder if I like hit something. Oh, I did. That's okay. I like this actually. I mean, yeah, I am doing a power pose. I'm like, heck yeah. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Let's see. Hold on. Anyway, okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, let's see. We'll do this. Alright, now let's get started on the game, because I'm just like, I'm so confident. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, one last thing. Okay. Then I can get started on Katawa. Shoujo. Alright. Load. Where? Let's see, I think it was right here, right? We're bread, paper, scissors. I'm gonna do that. Okay. I think this sounds fine. I don't know. Okay. Here we go. Things have returned to normal. Hold on. I'm like adjusting again. Okay. Things have returned to normal. Well, I transferred in at a pretty unusual time. And I can hardly say that I had a normal first few weeks here. I guess it's more like things have calmed down and reached normality, whatever. I've been here longer than I thought. It's hard not to think about all the stuff I must have missed in the school before my arrival, or the things that might have happened in my old school since I've been gone. I wonder where these feelings come from, since I didn't leave much behind. I have a lot more here that I like. Oh, he's starting to be happy. Oh, Hisao. If that wasn't the case, then I wouldn't even bother with something like the student council, or Shizune and Misha. I would be hard-pressed to care about anything, if the school was how I imagined it would be. So even this feeling of daily routine makes me glad, in a way. I dread the amount of work that's going to hit me in student council after school. Enough to want to consider stepping out of my duties, just this once. Yet it's nice to feel like there's something I can do. Okay, Shizune drops a stack of attendance sheets next to me. Thanks again for helping out. Thanks again, Hachan. Sure is a lot of work, though. I had to skip out on sign language class again. They're so cute, I love them. But now I'm at a level where I can understand most of Shizune and Misha's conversations with each other, so I'm not too bothered by it. Yay, Hisao, you're getting better! Shizune still doesn't know that, though. I'm determined to keep things that way until I'm very sure of my skills. Perhaps it's a little childish of me. Tanabata is in less than 5 days. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I'm really sorry. But they're only going to start building the stalls tomorrow. Hachan, we might have to help out in building stalls again tomorrow. Why? What was the point in taking them apart then? That took days, didn't it? Cool. I hope so, because
Yep, that's right. Even though Hachan wasn't there for it.
I would have helped out if you had asked. It wouldn't have made sense to bore you with cleanup duty after you enjoyed the festival so much. It wouldn't have made sense to bore you with making you clean up right after the festival. It would have ruined the fun. Besides,
Hachan is lazy anyway. You would have tried to run away again. Hachan doesn't like playing Foxhound.
That stings. Shizune covers her mouth with her hand and starts shaking. It takes me a second to realize she's laughing, mostly because she's doing so completely soundlessly. Oh, I love Shizune. She's so cute. It's a little strange to see, but more or less the same good-spirited kind as Misha's, without being eardrum piercing. Shizune's like, ah! Laughing like that. Sorry, Misha.
That's a good question though, Hachan.
Huh? I didn't ask anything. Stalls! It's a storage issue. The school doesn't have anywhere to store so many stalls, since each one is pretty large. They won't pay for outside storage either, so this is what they decided on. It's inefficient, but cheaper.
Because the school doesn't have anywhere to store that many cells, Hichan. Yeah, right. They do, but they don't want to pay. Sorry, Hichan.
It's because of the previous generation. What did they do? The leadership decided the outside storage costs had risen too much, and the student council before was too weak-willed to tell them that it's stupid to have to build and disassemble 60 cells twice every year. She's all mad.
Okay! Hichan, let's eat something. It feels like we've been working all day.
We have. Now that I think about it, I am hungry. I would have had lunch, but it was really crowded today for some reason, so I decided it wasn't worth the trouble.
It was like that today because they had some especially interesting things for sale on the side.
Right? It's like, it's about the same thing, but Misha words it so, like, funny, right? So silly. I love them. Like what? No. Don't tell me. I guess it doesn't matter since I won't be able to eat them anyway. Lurkin, I see you. Shizune looks oddly pleased with herself. I wonder what the context of that could be. I prepared ahead of time for this. Beaming with self-satisfaction, she produces a wide assortment of food from her bag. I can immediately see the 90% of it or more is taken from the lunchroom. There's a lot as well. Isn't there a limit on how much a person can buy? That means these gains are definitely ill-gotten. The veal cutlet bread is always sold out in the first minute of lunch. I'm impressed you managed to obtain one. Thank you. Well, Gummy Shark Guy, just know that I am cursing your name. Yeah, I am saying all these terrible things about you right now, because you can't hear. I reach for it quickly, but Shizune immediately makes a grab for it as well. She's so cute! Her hand goes slack for a second when it touches mine. But she immediately pushes forth with a redoubled effort, that blazing, competitive spirit flashing dangerously. Right? He's so rude. Like, what's wrong with him? Shizune, baby! Competitive spirit flashing dangerously in her eyes. Her fingers pry at mine, searching for an opening. I don't budge an inch, prepared to fight for this bread with my life. I might have never had another chance to eat this. I am fully aware of that if we continue like this, we could crush the bread, greatly reducing its edibility. Misha, tell her that unless she lets go, the bread is going to be crushed.
Why can't you do it yourself?
I'm startled she can so nonchalantly let slip that I can communicate with Shizune just fine if I wanted to. I almost considered the possibility if it was intentional, but I'm sure she was just distracted trying to tear the wrapper off a juice box straw. Misha. Isn't it obvious? I can't let go of the bread.
I can't tell Hichan that then.
She puts her palms up to the sky and shrugs a wide grin on her face. Why not?
Because you have a stake in this, so I can't trust you. If Hichan wants to reply, she has to let go of the bread, and then you win. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's what you want, Hichan. It wouldn't be fair, so I'm going to be neutral, like Switzerland.
Switzerland?
Do you know about Switzerland?
Of course I do. It's neutral. They're neutral. Shizune stares at me. I love that face. It's so good. Shizune stares at me cockily, the tip of her tongue sticking out slightly from between her teeth as she continues to tug firmly at the veal cutlet bread between us. It's so like... I love her. Suddenly, she lets go and holds her hands up, palms facing outwards, the universal gesture of peace. This seems like a poor way to settle this, doesn't it? And you might crush the bread. Hisao's like, that's what I said! She glares and her passive expression quickly plummets into a disapproving grimace.
Hichan, drop the bread! We are negotiating now!
I drop the bread reluctantly. Misha's hand darts in from the side, her fingers drumming across the table as it makes its way over.
Don't mind me. I don't even really like veal. I'll just take the sandwich right here, and something to drink, too.
Picking them up cautiously, she immediately retreats. She has the right idea. I could just pick something else. There are lots of delicious things here. The chicken katsudon, I don't know how to pronounce these, I'm sorry, is also a popular seller, ranking high in taste and demand. But I've already eaten one before. You're so immature, Hisao. This wouldn't be your problem if you would pick something else. The chicken katsudon bread is delicious. Come on, Hisao, be an adult. Excuse me.
You're so immature, Hachan. Why don't you pick the chicken katsudan bread instead? It's delicious.
But I've already eaten that.
Hachan, why are you so obsessed with eating the veal cutlet bread? Specifically.
They're gaslighting him. It's hard to get normally. Rare things are more delicious. You are acting like a child.
You're acting like a kid, Hachan.
Why don't you eat the chicken bread? That's not important. Turning bright red, she smiles cunningly and continues. She's all, There is no reasoning with you, so it looks like there's only one way to settle this. We're going to play for it.
That doesn't matter. We'll play for it instead.
Somehow I expected this. It's a logical conclusion. Shizune has been studying for a long time, pretty much continuously up until now. With our finals over, I guess that surplus energy has to go somewhere. Play what? The oldest game known to man, upon which the fate of nations has been known to rest. Rock, paper, scissors.
We'll play rock, paper, scissors.
Misha's like, I'm not going to translate all that. I'll just tell you the game, whatever.
Really? That sounds so serious, Chan.
So serious. There is no humor in her expression. She is dead set on this. Okay. She draws her hand back and I mirror her. Go. We both put out a rock. A draw. I had thought I had the perfect plan. Rock is unbeatable. Shizune frowns, deeply upset by this unexpected turn of events. Not as planned? Again. 2 papers. Damn. Again. We both throw 2 rocks again, but a third hand is among us representing scissors.
This looks like fun. Can I play?
Shizune's like, no.
It's a duel, Shichan. Dueling conduct? You're right.
I don't really know. I love them. The faster she signs, the harder it is to follow. In fact, it looks like even Misha's having trouble keeping up. What's she talking about? One more time. We tie again. Every time, Shizune demands a rematch, eventually skipping that step altogether and throwing rock, paper, or scissors out with increasingly reckless abandon.
Angie. She's Angie. Don't talk to me. I'm Angie.
Even playing completely randomly, we continue to tie. This is a mathematical long shot. Misha hovers above us, watching it all and laughing each time we draw. I just imagine Misha like, ha 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 ha, every single time. After 16 rounds, Shizune pushes her chair away from the table and stands up. She's had enough.
Enough of this, Hachan. I see what I've been doing wrong. This will all be over in the next round, so brace yourself. Okay? Okay. I have studied your thought processes and I see how you play. I am anticipating your next move and will combat it expertly.
This is all news to me, as I can't remember what we were doing this over. It's the bread. The fancy bread. Shizune grins confidently, a look of fearless daring on her face. Her cool eyes flash with pure competitive spirit as she draws her hand back, goading me wordlessly to do the same. Her form is amazing, like a professional bowler or something. Just to throw a hand motion. 2 papers. She's all, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me! Shizune's body immediately goes slack and she rubs her temples with a look of exasperation on her face as she lets out a sigh so long it sounds like a tire deflating. Yep, that's her. I realize I've gotten a lot hungrier this time we've been doing this. Shizune's hangry. We can just split it. I break the bread in half and offer one half of it to Shizune. She takes it. Thank you. She looked at the bread in her hand, studying it. But this feels hollow. Somehow. Regardless of how she feels, she still eats it. All of a sudden, I see Misha observing the scene out of the corner of my eye.
Hachan, that was very romantic, I think.
Oh, come on. She laughs and takes a bite of her second sandwich, same girl, same. We eat in silence for a while, Shizune and I managing to avoid any other contests. And then we go back to work. That was cute. I loved them. As I finish up the day's usual filing, I think to myself, this might be Shizune's way of trying to start this week on a high note. After all, tomorrow's when the real work will begin, and with her hands literally full of building saw, she won't be able to talk very much. It will likely be pretty dull and tiring, like it was the first time around. I'm appreciative of her effort in that case. Sorry, I'm like out of breath because I talk way too fast. It's nice to have days like this, as a way of enjoying yourself before the days ahead. I think that was her idea as well. I also remember that I still have to get rid of Kenji's... Okay, so that's why they didn't... When Kenji finds out that a girl, in fact, a member of the student council wrote on his package, he is going to flip. Okay, that damn thing is bulky, and somehow I've never been able to track him down since I picked it up. He doesn't leave his room. After student council is adjourned for the day, I walk towards the vending machines and to look for something to drink, parting from Shizune and Misha. It's a short trip, but even after just a few seconds, I start to get the feeling I'm not alone. Oh! Hisao's been kidnapped. It's like taking the movie Shizune and Misha have to find him. A pair of hands cover my eyes.
Guess who?
Shizune?
Why, it's me, Hachan.
Yeah, I know. She's so mad. Misha's mad.
Then why did you say it was Hachan? It's okay to be wrong sometimes, Hachan. You're too proud.
He's like, Misha. Misha, think about what you're saying. You're stupid. Okay.
Anyway, after student council, you don't usually have any plans, right? So you're just going straight to your dorm?
Where else would I go?
Okay, that's great. That's great, Hachan. I wanted to talk to you today, so this works out perfectly.
Two high school students alone after classes in a quiet, empty building. As the sun dyes the sky a romantic amber color, the cute girl says that she wants to talk. What a secretive and appealing situation. My imagination is buzzing. Okay. No, sorry, I was thinking. Okay. Excuse me. It's likely not going to be anywhere near as exciting as I am making it out to, but it's fun to play it up that way. The popping sound of my canned coffee opening destroys any chance of maintaining such a cheesy mood. Sounding louder than I had ever thought imaginable, amplified by the context of the situation, I sighed disappointment and relief. Hisao, why are you drinking coffee at night? 'Cause I can't sleep when I do that. So what is it?
Oh, actually, I'm a little behind in some of my classes, and if I don't catch up, could be a problem. I can't put it off any longer.
I know, you guys are crazy.
My teacher said I have to really start taking things seriously, so I should listen especially, because this is the third time. Sorry. I'm sorry, Hachan.
Why are you apologizing?
I won't be able to help you or Hachan with student council for a few days.
Oh snap.
It'll only be for 2 or 3 days, really. I'll definitely try and come back as soon as possible, but...
I can't say I'm happy about this. It's supposed to be getting really busy this week too, isn't it? That's some unfortunate timing. For a second I want to ask maybe Shizune could pull some strings to get her out of it. But Misha looks generally apologetic about it. It would be pretty dickish of me to say something like that. Oh my god, that means Hisao's gonna be forced to use sign language to talk to Shizune, right? Yeah, they're cute. She'll be like, oh my god. Besides, if she says it's something that can't be put off any longer, I'm inclined to believe her, considering how surprisingly serious she can be with student council duties. Yeah, I see. It's okay. You managed with just Shizune and yourself last year, didn't you? So I'm sure I'll be able to as well. Don't worry about it.
Really? Thank you, Hachan. Really? Yay, yay! I didn't know Hachan would take it so well. I thought you'd be worried with how there's going to be so much work with Tanabata coming up and everything.
Damn, she knows me oddly well.
But Hachan is so composed. I'm glad.
Yeah, you're sort of right. I was thinking about it, but it's not that big a deal. I'm not going to freak out over that. It's going to be a little annoying passing that pad back and forth to talk to Shizune, though.
Hachan, just tell Hachan that you can use sign language too. I don't understand why you won't.
Not yet. I can understand most things already, but I want to be really sure. Actually, I wouldn't mind. The secrecy is killing me too, and it would be nice to be able to talk to her in a real conversation. Don't worry, I'm going to have to tell her eventually. I want to. Actually, I'm trying to think of a good opportunity for it.
That won't be a problem, Hachan.
Why not? What did we expect?
Well, because I have told Chichan that you could understand her. She was worried about the same thing, that you wouldn't be able to understand each other. So, I was worried, but it worked out fine in the end after all.
I lose it. Do you know how stupid I look now? I sat there for like half the damn day, acting like I couldn't read sign language, and you are seriously telling me that you knew the whole time I could? She was probably thinking, this guy is a complete jackass, pretending he can't understand me. I just made a total ass of myself. How could you let me do this? Misha frowned, seeming lost for words and realizing that I'm taking this differently than she might have expected. She doesn't speak again until after saying that I have calmed down.
But, Hichan, I think this is definitely for the best.
She says without batting an eye, having waited patiently through my panic to say it. The cheerful delivery of her words makes it seem like she sliced out the time between when she dropped the bomb on me and now. It's pretty funny in a way. You have such a one-track mind, you know that? Yes! She's all proud. She's like, yes, I know. At least she's self-aware. The damage is done. If Misha can believe that things will work out with such an unflinching certainty, then maybe it's worth giving a chance. And if things don't work out, I'll run as fast as I possibly can. To try and make it up to me anyway, just in case, she offers to buy me another drink from the vending machine. It's a very small token of apology, but I suppose it's the thought that counts, and her thoughts are sincere. Plus, it's a free drink, so I accept it. Oh yeah, I love Misha, but I'm excited to see Hisao and Shizune actually converse with each other, you know what I mean? Without without Misha having the transit. Okay, we're gonna save because yeah. Yes. Continue. Okay, I'm you're excited to see it too because you have never seen it before, right? I throw back my daily fistful of pills with a glass of water, God same. After a solid 8 hours of sleep, I don't really know what I was so afraid of last night. As I chew a particularly large, why are you chewing them in half, bro? That's gross. Ugh. I continue to rationalize my worries away. Yay, Akko! Yay, you use some of my sound things. Yay! I love Akko so much. Akko! Shizune knew it. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Someone's texting me. One second. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay. Shizune knew I was taking sign language classes all day yesterday and didn't make a big deal about it. She's just humoring you at this point. Okay. She might be mute, but that doesn't mean she can't make her feelings known. No, in fact, it seems like she's all more direct for it. She doesn't beat around the bush or hold back. She always makes herself clear unapologetically so there can be no mistakes. So, if she wasn't mad then, it's unlikely she would be at all. And on top of that, I didn't do anything wrong anyway. But as that fear of mine recedes, the thought of spending a couple of days with Shizune without Misha takes its place. I hadn't really thought about it yesterday, but the idea becomes more and more intimidating. It's true I can understand sign language pretty well, but it would definitely hesitate to say I can understand it above a basic level. And if she were to speed up her signing, which she does quite a bit, I don't think I could keep up. Signing, too. It's not my strong suit. Okay, sorry. Doing both at the same time like Misha can is still a distant dream. What kind of... Oh, hi, Misha. Hachan! What? What?
Don't forget, you said you would help out with building stalls today. Behind the school after classes are over, okay?
I know.
Last time you helped out Hachan, we really appreciated it. This time, it's even more important, so skipping out is unforgivable, okay?
I want to ask why that is, but there isn't any opportunity to. Besides, Misha is behind in her classes, so it seems like a bad idea to distract her now that I know that. I can always ask her at lunch, which is what I end up doing. Aw, Misha.
Because, Hachan, a festival that celebrates a town is exactly what it sounds like. It's to celebrate your home and its history. Tanabata is different. It's for wishes and lovers. That definitely makes it more important, doesn't it? Yeah, naturally it would be.
Is that really what it's for, though?
Hachan, you have no sense of fun.
I'm so mad. I'm excited for that part. She puffs out her cheeks in displeasure before blowing the air out like a deflating balloon. I don't think it sent your message about you loving the Tanabata part, but yes, I will cry and scream and blush and yell. I will do all 4 of those.
You have to appreciate things like that, even if it's just an excuse to eat interesting things and dress up in the end. I'll be disappointed if you don't, okay?
Before I can say anything, she turns to the side to inhale crooked. Okay. After classes, I meet Shizune behind the school, where it seems she already set up everything sometime yesterday. She greets me with a short wave, and then with a flourish of the hammer already in her hand, extends her arm towards the stalls behind her. Some of them already half completed, others still haphazard piles of board bundled together with string. As time passes, I realize the pills can only do so much. I still get way more tired than should be normal. Luckily, Shizune's back is to me, so I can afford to take a lot of breaks without having to worry about her wondering why. When I stop and think about it, though, I start to feel pretty guilty for taking advantage of her inability to hear that my hammer stopped banging. It's a terrible thing to be happy about. Yeah, Hisao, just be honest. She's gonna be your girlfriend anyway. Her work ethic is admirable. It's obvious that it bores her and even annoys her, but she doesn't slack on her pace. When she gets tired nailing a saw together with one arm, she switches to the other. Shizune. I feel like an idiot the second I say her name. I can't tell her what I think. There's a hammer in my hand as well, and in the end, I feel like I have to keep up with her. I can't slack off either, especially when it's just the two of us. There's no time to sign, no opportunity. Not even for a compliment for a job well done. Even something as casual as that would require me to put my hammer down, give her attention, and then sign to her. A simple gesture turned into something so needlessly complex, like a single footstep taking on a road that's longer than first imagined. I've known her long enough to know this, and still forgot it. The air is filled with the rhythmic knocking of nails being driven into wood. It's actually kind of nice after a while. To pass the monotony of the task at hand, I try to match my hammer into Shizune's, then alternate to try and form a beat. Of course, she doesn't notice. It makes me wonder, does the lack of sound make this work seem more drawn out and boring to her? Is it strange being unable to hear the results of her actions even as she feels the vibrations through her fingers? Or having no concept of sound, does it bother her at all? Distracted, I don't notice Shizune sneaking up on me until her head pops into view. It's like, hi! Taking a break? Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's do that. You can understand sign language. That makes it more convenient for both of us, even though you hid it from me. Why? Why what? Why did you decide to take sign language? Her eyes don't break off her mind even for a second. If she needs to read my response, her peripheral vision is good enough. Once she has something in her gaze, she doesn't look away. It's strange how piercing her eyes can be, dark as a lake at night. Because I wanted to. It seemed like it would come in handy, and it did, didn't it? Because I love you. Yes. Sorry, I didn't catch any of that. See, this kind of thing still comes up now and then. I wish Misha were here. She has work to make up for, doesn't she? That might be partly my fault. Misha doesn't need supplemental lessons. Her grades aren't the best, but she understands how the decisions she makes affects others. That puts her ahead of many people. Especially certain blondes. She's all mad. Lily. She doesn't forget things easily. She's all, Lily? Your sign language is very good. You're learning oddly fast. I've been taking classes for a while now, and it's kind of easy to pick up after a while, through immersion or osmosis, that kind of thing. It's not too bad. And if I'm really stuck, Misha's there too. I guess I spoke too soon. I didn't understand any of that. Time to backpedal. Well, yeah, it's actually not that easy. It's actually hard as hell, like trying to pick up broken glass. But I guess in some ways it's interesting as well, like an adventure. Well, no. Oh, I have absolutely no, the grasp of any sort of sign language, so I would have been like, picking up broken glass is not an adventure. Sure it is. It's just as challenging. If you use a dustpan and a broom, it's not. I feel frustrated and sad. When I look up, I notice she has a can of soda in her hand. Where did you get that? I forget to sign it, but she understands anyway, following my eyes, and produces another one from behind her back. Whew, she's magic too. She tosses it in my direction, and I catch it with both hands. I brought an extra one for you. She pauses to slide her fingernail under the tab of her can and pop it open before setting it aside for a moment. If you're going to try and help me so much, then I have to look out for you too. It's only natural. If you're going to learn sign language, that is something entirely different. I'm naturally going to be impressed. What separates the two is obligation. I'm very happy. Oh, she's all happy. Oh, she's singing. She downs her drink and won't go. She's thirsty. Stretches her arms behind her back and jumps to her feet. Okay, back to work. And I like that. Oh, I added a word. And I like that it's over. And like that, it's over. Shizune returns to her work with the same energy as before, the lingering traces of a smile on her face, the only evidence that she had taken a break at all. As I do the same, I think that Misha was right in saying everything would work out for the best. Everything seems so far to be going in that direction. Nighttime! Misha swings by as it starts to get darker, looking just as tired as I feel, and Shizune decides to stop for today. As we cover the day's work and go our separate ways, I look at how fluidly they talk to each other, and how easily they laugh together as they walk to their dorm. It makes me appreciate Misha's skill at sign language more. I wonder if I'll ever reach that level, or if I will even have time to. The bop. Okay, let's go. Next day. Kanji! The first thing I do this morning is trip once again over Kenji, because it's great, over Kenji's package as I get out of bed, finding myself diving headfirst into the floor before I'm even fully awake. Kenji! I love it. It's so great. You have to bop your head like this. You have to do that, right? You have to. I want to smack this thing with the first blunt object I can find, like I'm going for a home run, but I don't even have the energy for that this early in the morning. And it would likely damage whatever's inside, and that would be mean. Kenji's mean. I slide into the hallway. It sails along the smooth floor with little difficulty, and stops with a soft and almost inaudible bump on colliding with Kenji's door. Take it, bro. Immediately a dozen locks and bolt in succession like a mounting symphony.
Who is it?
He says. Oh my god, here we go. As he blindly steps forward to the hallway anyway, somehow stepping over the box in a way that could be uncharacteristically impressively graceful, if it weren't for the fact that I know it was wholly accidental. It's me. I got your mail. You're standing over it.
I know. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, whatever. So what's in it? He cringes like, ugh. Instantly turning very defensive and agitated.
It's nothing.
Come on, tell me. I'm curious. And you know, I almost broke my neck falling over it, and before that I had to carry that stupidly large box around with it blocking my vision. Crossing roads in front of me, I think you'd at least tell me what's inside in return.
It's secret stuff. I can't tell you because then I want to be very secret and shit. It's nothing important.
Well, if it's nothing important, you can tell me.
If it's nothing important, why do you have to know?
Why is that wrong?
Why do you have to know?
Why can't I know?
Why are you answering my questions with questions?
Won't you answer my first question?
Why won't you answer my last question?
I realize our voices are getting higher with each reply. Down the hall, the door pops open and someone sticks his head out quizzically to see what's going on. He's like, "You must look like such tools." But I bet I'm the only one out of the two of us with enough shame to realize it. Fine, you can take it to your grave. Boys, yeah, I have to get ready for school anyway.
Damn, no. Why are you so hasty to leave? Stick around a little. You want some coffee? It's been a while. You know, I thought you were dead since you were so slow with the package delivery. He was like, "Oh, Hisao died. That sucks." Okay. The feminist got him. You're lucky I was willing to do package delivery in the first place, smartass. Whoa, calm down. Man, you are so confrontational. Is it because of the student council thing? I hear you hanging out with them now. You heard it from me. When I told you. Really? Yeah, well, whatever, man. The point is they are terrible. You're the new guy, so of course you wouldn't know. Dude, you think every girl is terrible, but around here she's a very divisive figure. Before you came here, she tried to institute a badge policy. It's a long story, so maybe you should sit down. I look around for a chair, but can't find them. We're in a goddamn hallway. I raise a finger and start thinking that maybe I should tell him that, but he's already started talking. Not wanting to waste the R movement, I look at my watch instead. It would have been a real reign of terror if it had happened. Wait, so you're judging her based on something that didn't even happen? Yes. Anyway, her idea was like merit badges, and there would also be demerit badges. What would those do? I don't know. It never happened. It seemed bad though, so when I heard about it, I didn't leave my room for a few weeks. So you heard there'd be massive change and hid in your room just trying to ride the change out? Nah, I decided to do something about it. I found at the student council office after a while. I found it and marched right in with a list of demands and a bunch of people I grabbed in order to make myself look like I had supporters. Wait, so not only did it not happen, but no one even cared? Kenji's like, incel rage. Kenji doesn't hear me, haven't gotten a good momentum going. He's just working himself up there. Scary music. Yeah, I'm pretty scared of Kenji too. Wrapped up in the energy of his own ranting, he starts to completely flip out and flail his arms, appearing to wildly throw gang signs. I walked up to the desk and said to her, "Hey, you fascist woman, what is this bad idea? How out of..." She's like, you're just like, relax. How out of touch can you be here in your ivory tower, smugly looking down upon us like we're just a bunch of idiots? Who do you think you are? Your level of elitism is terrible. You're probably one of those outrageous rich people who have all the chauffeurs drive them around slums so they can point and laugh. Only drink pricey coffee being shut up by the last living No! My poor baby Jade. And brewed into a solid gold skull. And how could you? Go open up a history book. Don't you know the bourgeoisie are always overthrowing a bloody revolution for shit like this? Stupid! You're an idiot! Sure, the revolutionaries usually end up turning everything into an utter clusterfuck later on, but a maniac is the only kind of person who would create such a policy like this. It's like something I would create to make people suffer, only real, and you want to institutionalize it. Where will the desecration of our rights end? We are people. This is not justice. That's what I said. Then I added a cry of, they can take our things, but they can never take our freedom, to appeal to the masses, like in that movie about the life of William Wallace, where they took his things out, but not his freedom, and then killed him. But she just ignored me and didn't even like up from writing in a little paper shit. Maybe I overwhelmed her with my logic. Hitting Shizune with facts and logic, bro. So badly that she just retreated into denial. Maybe she is just an asshole. Either way, she didn't reply, and the future refused to change. To top it off, on the way back I realized I had lost my student ID somewhere. This is the story of my life. A constant and seemingly futile struggle, like trying to climb a brick wall of sponges for hands. Hey, you said nothing changed. But you didn't make everyone wear a bunch of stupid badges. So it did change. Yeah, that's true. Okay, maybe they're not so bad then. I guess that counts for something if I can get Kenji to admit that maybe 2 women may not be so bad after all. I'll take it. Especially if it allows me to slip out of this conversation. I didn't realize how much time had gone by. Like, Kenji, leave me alone. Leave me alone, Kenji.
And we're gonna save there because I don't want to have to go through Kenji again. I hate him. Okay. He's so annoying, but he's so funny. Like, I try to run through my usual morning routine as quickly as possible. I check my watch again as I leave the dorms and see that I'm already late. Kenji. Fortunately, the rest of the day goes more smoothly, and after classes are over, I head to meet with Shizune again. Behind the school, I catch her leaning against a completed stand with parts of it still flecked, with bits of paper and tape, remnants of signs from the last time it was used, absentmindedly spinning a nail in her hand, so she hasn't noticed me yet. The temptation to sneak up on her is unbearable. Years of watching foreign wildlife documentaries have prepared me for this. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm down when conditions are favorable. However, the more I think about it, the more it seems like a bad idea. He's all sneaky, like prowling about. If I get caught halfway, I'll look like an idiot. And if she doesn't know it's me, it could end up with an injury. Either way, I'll also look a little insensitive. So it would probably be best to not try anything funny, as disappointing as it is. I walk in front of her, startling her a little. Oh, she's all blushy. Why so surprised? Did I catch you slacking off? No, I was taking a break. You don't look like you even broke a sweat. That's some break there, President. Shizune's art back and forth momentarily, and I think I managed to fluster her. She's like, oh my god. There's exasperation on her face, and a little tension as well. But she can't back down. That would be unthinkable for her. Her fingers dance across each other impatiently. You're acting competitive today. Are you trying to get my blood boiling? Do you want to make it a contest? Or race to see who can construct the most stalls by sundown? No, I'm teasing you. That's okay. It's not a real student council if you can't tease the student council president a little. You agree, don't you? That isn't in the student council charter, so it isn't true. She's all mad. There is no charter. At least, I don't think there is. The only thing they pledge loyalty is to our stack of takeout menus. Anyway, it's good that you're finally here. Even if you could have been here earlier, pick up a hammer and resume where we left off. As we work assembling stalls again, I slowly realized that it's really much less work than I would have expected. In fact, according to Shizune, we should be done by the end of the day with a little luck. The last time I did something like this for them, it took her, Misha, and myself almost 4 days to do it. It can't just be my imagination. You know, this doesn't seem like that much work, because it isn't. The answer leaves me wanting a little more. Knowing that it isn't the best, Shizune puts her hammer to elaborate. It would be impossible for 2 people to do that much work in less than a week. The truth is, I don't dismantle half the stalls. I just store them someplace else. Actually, more like hide them in plain sight. She waggles a finger mischievously. But that's a secret, and it's not proper to reveal tricks of the trade. You're not a magician. Winking, she takes out 2 plastic containers from her bag, then puts them down on a nearby board by raising her hand slightly as to say, ta-da! Oh, sorry, I hurt my thumb. Ow! Oh my god, that really hurt. Ow! Owie. Ow. Okay, I think I'm good. That was pretty painful. I made lunch. I don't know, I was like, I have like my right hand like on like the keypad, whatever I'm doing, and I was like kind of like sitting on my other hand, but I like twisted my thumb weird, and it was like owie, like one of the knuckles like was like owie. I'm like I made lunch today for both of us. You can have this one. The food shifted in my bag, and now some of it is mixed together. She hands me one of the containers. I open it. It looks delicious, if a little simple. She hands me a pair of chopsticks, as if she had just remembered to, and I eat what looks like some grilled beef. Okay, there we go. It's very tasty. You don't like your food touching other food? I do not. You're very picky. Sometimes I mix my food on my own, but not always, and not everything. I don't like it when it's done for me. What is important is the choice. He's like, you guys didn't give me a choice in joining the student council. She points decisively to emphasize it, and then breaks her chopsticks apart to eat her own meal. As I continue to eat, I notice 2 things. The first, that almost everything I'm eating besides the rice is fried. Even the vegetables are fried. And there's so much meat. Does she eat this kind of stuff all the time? I wonder how she managed to stay so thin in spite of it. The second thing I noticed is that I can't talk to her while eating. Talking with your mouth full is a little rude anyway, but with our hands holding our chopsticks and bowls, communication between us is impossible, just like yesterday. Even though we're spending time together, even though I took the time to learn sign language, it feels like I'm talking to her less. Despite that, it also feels like I'm understanding her more. Lily! Oh, it's gonna be a big old fight, isn't there? I hear the sound of something tapping against one of the stands. I look up to see Lily standing off to my side. Lily! Lily! I love her! I love her! I love her! Feeling her way around with her cane. Hi. I narrowly catch myself before I can say, didn't see you there. Oh, Hisao, is that you? I thought that I smelled something delicious cooking, and I wondered who it might be. What is she saying? It's hard to move my hands in parallel to saying something completely different to Lily. This has to be why Misha just signs everything all the time. A bit sillier, but it seems like it would simplify things a lot. She's all... Shizune tensed her fingers, delighted at my translation, as if from hearing a joke. All this food was cooked hours ago, but for someone as slow as yourself, who can't even turn a piece of paper without being a week late, I guess your perception of time would have to be a little different. That's not very nice. Don't be mean to Lily. A frown crosses Lily's face in response to the reply that something she didn't hear. Oh, sorry. I'm just having a late lunch here. The student council president cooked everything. Is the student council president here right now? She's all mad. that face of Lily is so funny. She's like so done. She's all... She looks so done. I love it. It's so funny. She's right here. I apologize. I didn't notice. Normally her level of presence is much higher. I was not aware that the student council served lunch outdoors. Why wasn't I invited? I think that is good enough to have free time to be able to do things like this, however. What is she saying? If I were to invite you anywhere, you would just show up late. Is the student council president in the room with us right now? But Shizune's words are outside of Lily's perception, a fact that is both by the second increasingly maddening to her. Translate for me completely, please. With what polite phrasing? It's a shame she essentially asked me to let her fully release the dogs of war. Still, I can't just do nothing. The feeling of being unable to even respond and be understood is so isolating. She would never forgive me. I'll just try to soften her words a little. Well, actually, this was all cooked a while ago. Really? That's nice. Turn over here. It's very disrespectful to not look at the person you're speaking to. That isn't the way a prim and proper lady should conduct herself. Half of what I'm saying is really what Shizune is saying. She doesn't like it when people don't look in her direction when she's trying to make a point. She's, to the right of my voice. Although in this case, I can understand why Lily wouldn't. This is a very awkward situation, and it's daunting being the sole conduit for dialogue between the two of them. Truthfully, I had forgotten what happened the last time they butted heads like this. the panty shot we got from Shizune when they're like fighting. It's clear Shizune remembers, and Lily is being pretty hostile herself, in her own way. I'm sorry, such formalities slipped my mind completely. I forgot that the student council... Just a random like panty shot. I'm like, it's still that kind of game. I forgot that the student council president is the type of person who would demand such respect and adherence to the rules at all times. Zarko, you eepy boy. Sorry, I just saw him on the bed. He's like kind of moving around, but he's really eepy boy. God, okay. I suppose student government requires you to keep a tight ship. Then again, she certainly has time for her own fun as well, so that must not be completely true. Student council is not a dictatorship, nor a zero-sum game. She's like, Shizune points at Lily with her finger out like a barrel of a gun and snaps her fingers explosively, causing her to flinch and become visibly upset. Is that so? Then what makes it more impressive that you have been a part of it for so long, playing as if though it were one? I admire the fact that you are so tenacious. To manage it all, you must be so responsible as well. Not as much as I would like to be. You can't complain about yourself though, can you? You're very responsible. Actions like requesting a deadline to be extended and then running all the way through to the next deadline? That's the very model of responsibility. Shizune is happy to hear that, but apparently you're pretty responsible yourself, she says. Does she really? More or less. Lily doesn't seem very happy. We're not holding a cookout, we're just taking a little lunch break. We're actually out here building stalls for the festival. You wouldn't know since you never go outside. Did you run out of tea? He's like, I'm kind of, I guess, translating, but like not really. He's like, I don't want to be between these girls. Are you going into town shopping? No. Oh, she looks so pretty. Lily's so pretty. I love Lily. As I said before, I was just passing by, in case you did not hear. I would hate to interrupt the student council president. You're not doing anything now, but you must both be very busy. Yeah, and Misha's all, no, Misha's fine. I feel like Misha, like, enjoys it. Misha's like, yeah, fuck Lily. I hate her. In any case, Hisao, I'm sure that the student council president will be able to find or make work for the both of you if she needs to. I'll devour you. Oh, I don't think we've seen that face on Shizune. She's like, no, baka. Oh, so she's like right there. Yeah, I'm very busy. Devour is a hard word. I'm pleased that I can read it. This isn't the time to celebrate, though. Not over that. Right? I love it. It's so funny. Instead, it looks like they might stop squabbling. I would drink to that. Have a nice day, Hisao. Goodbye, student council president. Thanks. You too. Stay classy. They're so passive-aggressive, it's so funny. As soon as Lily leaves, Shizune dives into the remains of her lunch as quickly as possible, as if each bite she shovels away is a means of forgetting any of this ever happened. When she is done, she heads right back to hammering with the same mindset. It's good that she's working off her frustration, but now it doesn't look like she's in any mood to talk anymore. They're so funny. About 2 hours later, she stops, having mowed through the rest of the stalls non-stop in that time. It still feels hard to approach her, and I think about how easily a conversation can die. After it took so long to be able to get her alone and speak to her directly, it almost hurts. Your translation was good. He's like, how would you? Really? First class. She punctuates with a thumb up. She's like, yeah. For your level. There aren't many deaf people in the school, and sign language classes have been on the edge of getting cut for a while now. I'm sure you don't have any classmates. Have many classmates, am I right? If you're only learning sign language now, your speed is going to be limited. That is why interest in it wanes, because it takes more effort than normal just to communicate. I'd imagine it's the same with all languages. In such a situation, conversations in sign language are less than they would inherently be to start with. That's so isolating for Shizune, my poor baby. I don't understand that word. Less what? Spontaneous. Misha is the only person who can really capture it. Yeah, that's definitely true. Her expression changes for a second and changes back too quickly to digest. But I get the feeling this isn't meant to be pursued. What I really want to know about is, why do you and Lily fight so much? Tensing a little and visibly frowning, Shizune tenses her fingers and overlays them repeatedly as if shuffling an invisible deck of cards. Two fights that you know of aren't worth calling so much. If you had been here last year, you could say that. I heard it was a rough year. Something about how you tried to institute a badge policy. Haha, surprise? She's all, ugh. She's like, bro. Well, I want to hear more about that later, definitely, but you don't like Lily very much, do you? Don't dodge my question. I'm not dodging anything. She was part of the student council until last year. We didn't get along very well. She wanted to keep doing things like the old student council did. The old student council was just so ineffectual. It was stupid and insulting. I wanted to do more, and we had a fight. A lot of fights. She couldn't do anything on time. Then, she said that what I wanted to do was meaningless, just extra busy work. Does this look like meaningless busy work to you? Shizune gestures around us. What's really meaningless is a student council that doesn't do anything. Weak, lazy, and boring. Especially boring. I couldn't get excited over sitting in a room with nothing to do. That's just a waste of time. Why would I even be there? It didn't get my blood flowing. Arguing with her does that. If she could have been that motivated before, she wouldn't have to put so much dedication into being my enemy. But if she still shows that much spirit, it's not a complete loss. At least it's something. It's still exciting. I see. And what about the badge thing? She laughs, covering her mouth with her hands as if to hide it. Her laughter is the only thing she regularly tries to hide. She's too proud. She's so cute. That was just a joke. Hisao was like, Kenji? Kenji? Having a little fun sometimes is important too. Sorry, I'm like, okay, I'll go a little bit longer. Yeah, we'll go a little bit longer. I just drink a lot of coffee, so I'm like, oh, tea! The next day, I ended up having to hunt around a bit at the start of lunch. When I find that my usual vending machine near the dormitory buildings is sold out of my usual favorite canned coffee. The detour takes longer than I expected. You know what? You know, good time. Save. It was 4:20. Okay. Return. Things have been so hectic lately that it takes some time for me to register why something smells different as I walk through the school gardens back to the cafeteria. That was like a weird pause I did. The grass has been freshly mowed. The realization makes me pause and watch for a bit. The odd group of students chatting or playing around on the grass, and a couple of teachers conversing on the path ahead make for a very idyllic scene. Unfortunately, a feeling of imminent dread starts creeping up on me after a while. The feeling that I'm not alone. Kenji! Go away!
Hey, Hisao, was that you?
Yeah, it's me. I guess I should be happy it's him and not, say, a slasher. I mean, I guess. Kenji begins talking as if he's having a conversation with someone other than me.
Knew it. That haircut is unmistakable.
No normal person would have a haircut like that. Kenji, what do you know about being normal? Unconsciously, I start touching the back of my head. He's like, really? Once I realize what I'm doing, I feel insulted, yet too surprised to even get indignant about it. Yeah, what are you doing here?
Measuring the temperature. Winter will come soon. It'll be too cold. It will be too cold for women to go out and have their sex in the city-style power lunches, followed by obstructive human wave formation walks in crowded urban areas. When this happens, man will be able to walk the streets unfettered once again and reclaim what is his heritage. In order to prepare for that day, I've been eating nothing but pizzas for the past week to store energy.
Okay. So I was just like, okay, bro. That's what bears do.
So, there was so much you can learn from the bear.
Kenji nods, emphatically agreeing with him. He's like,
yeah, good point. Okay, so check this shit out. I was in town today buying milk. They had a new clerk, some hipster girl with a baseball cap with 2 hockey sticks on it. I call her hipster hockey baseball hat girl.
Okay.
I noticed the milk didn't have a price tag, so I told her to get over there and label that milk for future generations.
He was in town today? He must have cut his morning classes. I want to scold him, but his verbal tort prevents me from getting a word in.
She told me not to bother her because she was sick. Sick. We live in a society here. You can't just opt out of human interaction because you're sick. Do you know how much effort it takes me to even get up in the morning?
Kenji, you hide in your room for weeks. What are you talking about?
I still do, though, and I got up that morning to go down and buy milk. Not to have my vital questions just brushed aside by some hiss or doofus college girl who wears a hockey baseball cap to work indoors. Anyway, I was just trying to uphold the integrity of her products.
Oh man, go back. Okay, sorry, I hit too soon. Which means I have to spend longer with Kenji. Oh my god. Okay.
A milk carton without a price tag? When I see something like that, it just leads to questions. Important questions. It's her job to answer them, damn it. That's the problem with women. They have no sense of duty. I get entirely a lot, but you don't see me complaining about it.
It sounds like, okay.
I soldier on and do what I have to do anyway, because that's what being a man is all about. Even if you have diarrhea, you keep
Going for the dream. Oh, what's gonna happen? You know, frequent diarrhea is bad. Maybe you should stop drinking so much milk.
I can't do that. That's what allows me to attain my awesome strength. And in this world, a man's strength is the only thing that can't be broke.
Sorry. I did his voice a little too hard and now I'm like... Oh my god, okay, hold on. I got a little too into being Kenji there. Oh my god. I am dying. Kenji's killing me.
And in this world, a man's strength is the only thing that can't be beaten out of him by an increasingly pussy-whipped society. That's why I walk around leaving jars of olives everywhere. Open jars, sometimes just to show that I can. Everybody look out, we got a badass over here.
Do you refrigerate after opening?
What, man? I don't know. That's not important.
You have to refrigerate after opening. Even elementary kids know that.
They can't get the jar open in the first place, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's true. I'm a genius. He self-assuredly rubs his chin, which is something I imagine scientists did until I met Matu and is dramatically let down. Matu was just like, time for school.
Anyway, I can't go to that store again.
It's really been compromised by bitches.
Unless I disguise myself.
Maybe change to a different pair of glasses. Worst disguise ever.
It's been working flawlessly all these years. I don't even need glasses to see. They're for effect. Also, to protect my identity. I'm like Superman.
Worst disguise ever.
I'm telling you, when people see my school ID, they can't even recognize me.
Really? Let me see. Okay, you're getting excited and I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Can't do that. I can't go around showing my ID to everyone. It was made long ago, in a different time. I had hippie hair.
Well, I'm trying to imagine that Kenji takes his glasses off. The stupid music. And in that moment, Hisao realized he had fallen for Kenji. This sucks. He squints as soon as they're off his face, like, I can't see, which makes him look even more tired than he already does. He was right. He does look very different. Kind of like he hasn't slept in years. Not different enough to be a good disguise, though. You need more sleep. He looks all, it's like, yeah, he's all sad. You look like you need it.
No way.
Why is the music so like, Kenji, you're so stupid.
No way. These are just the eyes of a man who has seen things. A shaman's eyes. Terrible things you can't imagine. Like when I made a ship in a bottle, and my mom sat on it. There was blood and shreds of floral print everywhere.
That's what life's experience is. He's all like, Kenji doesn't seem very horrified. Even though I think that actually the first thing he told me about himself could have been legitimately traumatic. He's also talking about 30 degrees to my left, so I guess his blindness is real. I wave a hand in front of him anyway, to little effect.
Man, I hope you realize I'm just joking.
I laughed, pretending that I did. Somehow looking him in the eyes is more difficult than usual. Kenji, you are so beautiful, I can't even...
Want some trivia? People with small eyes wear big glasses.
I've read that somewhere, because it makes your eyes look less beady.
Really? I didn't know that.
The record scratch. That was beautiful. No! Shut up! Shut up! I'm so... How did I manage to get his root like 4 times? I'm like, escape. Okay. He puts his... The record scratch, that was so good. He puts his glasses back on. I feel odd relief for a moment till I remember that I still have to deal with him, glasses or not. He's like, Kenji, you are so beautiful. I don't know, but Kenji's stupid.
Well, anyway, this artist girl wanted to paint my portrait once, I think.
I had to talk to her like 5 times before she started making sense. Must have been Rin. I said, Rin! Rin mentioned. Yeah, that's just Rin. Rin just... I love Rin. Rin, my baby. What'd she look like?
I don't know.
A woman with sandals? I was hoping he'd say something more specific, like she had no arms. Rin does wear sandals, but I feel like the chance of there being another free-spirited female art student wearing sandals besides her is reasonably high.
I was thinking, sure, someday, after I burn all documentation that I exist, I might be okay to leave a portrait behind so that people can look at it and remember the savior of mankind.
They'll need to model the statue.
Then I thought about it some more and had to turn her down. It was tempting, but she wanted for some school thing. It would be displayed. People would ask who I was, only I haven't saved society yet.
Yeah, okay, I see your message now. Kenji doesn't identify people based on their disabilities. What a kind man. You know what? Yeah, Kenji, that's like the one good thing about you.
So it would be pointless. And then if someone recognized me, I'd have to explain myself. That's already a chain of events I don't want to deal with. I don't want to get mixed up in some weird situation. Shit like that always happens. Sticking out is a surefire way to get put on a list. That's why I make such a careful effort to blend in with people in my daily life until I can make my move.
Sure. So I was like, okay, bro, whatever. What list?
There are many lists. So what are you doing here anyway?
Nothing. I kind of got here by accident.
Happens to me all the time. Well, hope that works out for you.
I think I'm going to go back to my dorm room. I need to set my TV to record my shows. You have TV?
Yeah, you should come over sometime. We can watch the game in high definition.
Before I can ask him what he's talking about, he's gone. Kenji's like, bye. He left like a king with zero respect towards other people. Kind of amazing. It's like, Kenji, you amaze me. Now that Kenji is gone, I resume looking aimlessly at the school gardens in their summer splendor. It's no use. He ruined them for me. He's like, Kenji, I swear to God. Oh my God, I need another drink of water because Kenji's voice kind of takes a toll on me. It's kind of amazing how ridiculous Kenji is. When I get back to the cafeteria, exhausted but alive, I think of eating lunch with Shizune again, but find her sitting at a table with Misha already. It's hard to do. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my God. Okay. If it were anyone else, I would think how they were too far away for me to hear them. This is Shizune and Misha, however. Ooh, I said that fast. If I wanted to, I could eavesdrop on their conversation easily. What a dirty thing to think about, but it's there. I don't want to, though. They must have a lot of catching up to do, even if it's only been a few days. I'm inclined to just leave them alone so they can do just that. However, the second they see me, they wave me over.
Hi, Hachan!
Hearing her voice again, even after so much time apart, is jarring anyone. She's like, shut up, Misha. These past few days, I had forgotten that communication with Shizune is almost entirely silent, and concentrating on getting it right, I had turned out even ambient noise. Well, I'll get used to it again. I'm glad she is back.
I'm done making up all my work, just in time. I won't have to miss the festival, wahaha!
If they really tried to enforce that, I would pull you out on a student council business.
If they really tried to enforce that, you would pull me out on student council business?
That's abuse of power.
No, it isn't, Hachan.
They're all mad.
Hachan said that there are only 2 student council members overseeing the festival. It would be a problem, wouldn't it? Oh, my contact, hold on. Yeah, definitely. It has to be at least 3. It's good for everyone. It's perfectly reasonable. It's necessary.
Shizune leans across the table a bit. What? Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. As Misha delivers her slightly disturbing materialistic justifications in a childish, bubbly, up and down tone. Oh, man. Shizune looks so happy, though, tempting her fingers and trying to hold back a laugh as Misha pouts more seriously on her behalf. If you say so. I'm actually happy right now because I was like, oh my God, I'm not depressed. Now that we can talk so easily to each other. All 3 of us. Oh my God, what the heck is going on? Okay. In the beginning, I thought I might have found myself in a bad situation. I was sure that Shizune would hate getting saddled with being tour guide for the new guy. I didn't want to be that kind of burden either. It would be awkward, even if she weren't deaf and mute too. Just now, she said that we would all have to be at the festival. The whole student council. I don't think the student council has really any jurisdiction over Tanabata. It's only Shizune's way of saying that she wants us to spend it together. Aww. It's nice to have friends. It is, Hisao. Nice to have friends. It's a simple thought, but one that makes me genuinely happy. That we could slip into being with so much ease. Woo, I could not read that. Hold on. Woo. Despite the roundabout way in which she said it, oh my freaking god. I'm glad that Shizune thinks it strongly enough to express it all. That last paragraph, I struggled so bad. Whew. I'm getting a little tired. Why did you wait until we waved you over to come sit with us? A question out of nowhere. Shizune's eyes are expectant as Misha repeats her message. I feel like teasing her. You want me to sit with you that badly? We're in the student council. We should sit together as much as possible. It's logic. Anyone would jump at the chance to sit with two cute girls anyway. She winks. She pauses, and Kei-san might say something like, you're not that cute. But he's like, you're cute. And instantly lock myself into an obvious no-win situation. When I don't take the bait, Shizune becomes more energetic and continues. You're abnormal. Well, I didn't expect her to end it like that. You're too quick to call other people abnormal. So arrogant. You're too quick to call other people arrogant. That makes you arrogant, and arrogance is also abnormal. You're double abnormal. It doesn't work that way. It's a sliding scale. Leaning on her arm, Misha closes her eyes and lets out a slow laugh like a chuckle. Don't laugh. Don't laugh in this kind of situation. I notice that Misha signs everything I say to Shizune anyway. Even though I'm signing myself. This is redundant, but it's an unconscious action for Misha. On the other hand, I can't stop. If I let myself take it easy and sign less because Misha is back, then what was all this for? I don't want to risk losing familiarity with how to sign either. My hands are pretty slow to speak on my behalf as it is.
Hachan, you and Chatan talk to each other so much more now. Back and forth, it's really funny too. Like an old married couple, right? Right?
What a loaded comment, in so many ways. Although, because it's Misha, it can't have been on purpose. And that's not a compliment. Shizune doesn't react to Misha trying to pair the two of us up. Where's Misha depression arc? I don't know. Maybe she didn't see it. Sometimes it does happen, I've noticed. I still wonder if it's really that simple, and why I care so much. I don't want to think about it too hard. Misha depression. Poor baby. I mean, it'll be interesting, but also, Misha, I love you. You're so cute. I want to leave. I keep thinking that I'm hogging Misha's time with Shizune, and that it could be that Misha cut in just now on purpose. Feeling that way too. I doubt that either of them will let me leave though. In some ways, they're too nice. Anyway, Shizune, if you really want to know, I didn't want to sit here because I didn't want to intrude. I thought that because Misha being away for supplementary lessons or whatever, you two would have had a lot to talk about, and I should have just leave you alone to catch up. That's why I thought I would just hang back. Don't worry, Misha. I'm not trying to monopolize Shizune.
Hachan, it's not like that. You're so considerate, Hachan. Chatan is sorry and apologizes.
I don't really think it's worth apologizing over, so don't worry about it. Hey, don't you both think that since Misha is back, we should go celebrate somehow? I think so.
Hachan, usually having to make a work isn't something to celebrate over.
No, it's a good idea. The timing is perfect, and Shizune said that the student council should be a little fun sometimes too. You probably heard that too, right, Misha? It should be fine. Actually, wait a second. Didn't you have to make up work because you're missing so many classes to begin with? So, skipping out to celebrate would be kind of stupid. Maybe the timing isn't perfect, like I said, but we could go after school. Where should we go? Misha speaks Shizune question for her aloud before she stops to think it over. Both of them completely ignoring me. Like, hey, listen to me, two-man short-sighted student council team.
Chan, you're part of this team too.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah, you are, Hachan.
Also, I love this theme. Shizune's theme is like so cute. I guess, yeah. So forgetful and troublesome. I feel sorry for the girl who falls in love with you. Susan is like, me. Okay, I don't know why like my chat's not like showing up on the screen. I guess I could try to rework it. Anyway, it is a great song. Yes, Roman Viking, it's great. So, where do you think we should go? I'm laughing in spite of myself, wanting to point out how Misha seems so enthusiastic now when she was the one who was most apprehensive about it just a few seconds ago. For whatever reason, I can't bring myself to do it, but this is okay too. After a short discussion on where to go, it seems the only place all three of us know and are willing to travel to is this Shanghai. A tea house doesn't look like a bad place to celebrate, especially because I'm sure they sell cake there, and cake is the most celebratory food. Okay, I'm sorry, but I need to end it here. I like this. This was fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, so... Okay, so I'm gonna try to stream, like, every week. I'll try to do it at the same time, like, next week. I'm not sure, because scheduling is kind of like, Also, catch me on stream, Friday at noon, Pacific time. I'm gonna be streaming a game I love called Pocket Mirror, but it's like the remaster. So yeah. Yes, thank you. You know, now I gotta wait till the song, I gotta stay and wait till the song's over. It is really, it is really sad. Okay, thank you guys. I know, but it'll be next week, okay? Thank you guys for watching.